Yo ho, a Lego's life for me.
In my office!
TT Games associate producer Matt Ellison stopped by Zadzook's headquarters to talk Lego, Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game. The family-friendly adventure features control of over 70 characters from the film franchise through 20 levels of action and arrives in gamers' hands on May 10th. So Matt.
Lego Pirates of the Caribbean incorporates the stories of all four films. It includes On Stranger Tides, and the story of that film is told to the same degree as the other three that everyone already knows and loves. So fans of Pirates of the Caribbean will recognise different scenes as they play through this game. And you'll constantly be sort of recognising things, and yeah, as you sort of play through the Pelagosto level, for example, you'll be in these cages, and that's stuff that people will recognise and be able to relate to as they play through the levels. With that comes lots of new mechanics for people to play with. All the Lego things are still the same, so you're still collecting studs, you're still interacting with anything that's Lego, building and breaking anything that you see in the environments that's Lego. The new things is that this is Pirates of the Caribbean, so with that comes lots of sword fights and cannons and climbing on ships and just sort of the general swashbuckling that you'd expect from a Pirates game. We also have more specific abilities, so Jack Sparrow, for example, has his compass, so in the films that points to whatever his heart desires. In the game that basically points to pieces of the puzzle. So you'll need Jack to solve things, and only he can solve them, and that sort of makes his character special. The other thing with Jack is we spent a lot of time getting his run looking right, and his arms are sort of flailing around, and people when they see him sort of respond how sort of we've captured the personality of that character. And that's sort of really important for us, because this is a Pirates of the Caribbean game, and we want to make it as authentic as possible. The great thing with it being a Lego game as well is that when we bring these two franchises together, we create a world that's sort of almost unique, and it sort of adds extra humour to an already funny franchise, and that's a great thing for us to be able to do. And we're currently in the Maelstrom level, which is at the end of the third film, at World's End. And basically what we've got to do here is find the pieces of 8. So they're just different Lego objects in this level that we've got to sort of find. It's like a treasure hunt. So all these objects are in this level, and we've just got to go and find them and solve little puzzles to go and do that. So I'll start running around here. I'm currently controlling Barbossa. And over here is Ragetti, who he requires an umbrella, as this is the image that's above his head, and he's the guy who's got the glass eyes. So I'll just jump over here and find his umbrella, and then once I go over here and give that to him, oh, I just dropped it, he'll get overexcited, and then his glass eye is going to pop out, and he'll start looking for that. But I can just pick that up and put it in this bucket, and that's one of the pieces of 8. So Tia Dalma will now start to get bigger, like she does in the films, and then we'll look for the next piece. So there's a trumpet just over here. So anything that's Lego in these environments can be interacted with. So I'll just smash up that crate, and then there's this trumpet. So I can put that in here as well, and Tia Dalma will continue to get bigger. And then there's a telescope here, so if I just press B to go into that, we'll look through the telescope, and then I can have a look around, and we'll spot her, and she'll give us a little wave, and then we'll just keep on looking at her, and she'll fire over a rubber ring, which is another one of the things that we need. So the next thing, just down here, there's a sea monster, and the sea monsters are afraid of light, so I'm just going to grab a torch. Just head down here, and when the sea monster sees the light, he'll retract and go away, and that allows us to pick up this item. I can just jump on the net to go back up, and put that in there. Different characters have different abilities, and right now we're going to need an axe from Will Turner. That's one of the things that he can do. He can throw these axes. So if I come up here and just hold X, it brings up this target, and just aim up here, and when I let go it will fire at the rope, and now we're able to climb up the rope. Obviously the ships aren't particularly big areas, so we tend to climb up the rigging and around the masts, and you also go into the hulls as well to make the areas a bit bigger. That's the penultimate item we had to find, and Teodama starts to get covered in these crabs. We'll just head back and get the last item. And as you'd expect with a Pirates game, you're always climbing all over these ships and swinging around like this. I'll just grab a torch, and when I light the fuse to the cannon, this will blow up the silver Lego that's down here. And that will reveal the last piece that we need to find. And when I put it in here, Teodama will disperse. And that signifies the end of this part, and that's sort of the end of the treasure hunt in this area.
That's it for this week's episode of Zadzook's Video Game Minute. Thanks for watching and playing. I'm Joseph Zadkowski.